I bought this mud Dauber screen M800. Let's see if it fits my Airstream. I want to cover this right here, the furnace exit. Animals, some wasps, some insects can go in here, and there's really nothing protecting it. So if that goes in there, it goes into my furnace, and maybe eventually, you know, causes issues, and I don't want that. So this is inexpensive. I'll put a link down below. I think I bought it on Amazon. I don't think it was that much, but I'll put a link down below. So let's see how we install this thing. I heard it's a little tricky, but it shouldn't be too bad. All right, so we open the package. It brings the mesh vent, the mesh screen. Let's see if it fits. So it looks like it'll fit perfect. It looks like it fits perfectly there. And it brings a tool. Has like a little opening at the end to make it easier to catch. And then it brings 2 springs. So 1 and 2. So with those 2 springs, you should be able to hold it in place. All right, so when you place it, before I put the spring on, you want to kind of see where it's going to latch, and here it's going to latch on the sides. So you could get a Sharpie and mark here and mark there, but I just kind of eyeball it. It's around the edges, pretty close to the edge. So that's gonna grab around here. I would say around here, about the edge of the cover. All right, so these little hooks, you have to hook this onto the mesh cover, and then this square one is what's gonna go on the anchor point. So this one, you want it to go like this and hook on, one on each side. But to do that, you first need to hook on this more round side, onto the mesh. Okay, so you gotta get both springs kind of aligned on both edges, depending on the furnace you have. So as you can see a little bit, it needs to be hooked on the rounded side on the screen, and then the squarish side is what we're going to put on the actual furnace vent. And then we get the little tool. It's going to go hook it on here to the squarish side. That's to, once we place the screen, we're going to use that tool to extend the spring and hook it on to the vent. So let's try this side. Put it there. And this spring here. Let's see if we can extend it behind the vent. It looks like it's on. We'll double check, so it looks like that one's on, and then we'll get this one over here. So I need to put the tool in through one of the holes here to get into the center of the spring. All right, so I have it. Now let me try to extend it back here to its landing spot. So there. It's hard to see here, but the springs are in there, and it's hooked onto the back side of that plate on both sides. And now, I pull it. If you pull it really hard, it'll loosen and you can move it around. So now insects will not, or it'll make it a lot harder for insects to go into the furnace. All right, and they say to save the tool just in case you need to remove it. But here you go. The furnace vent cover was the M800. I bought it on Amazon. I think it was like $20. I'll leave the link. But I went to the Airstream dealer, and the Airstream dealer had quoted me the part, which is like $20, but then for labor, it was like $100. So $120 in the Airstream dealer, or $20 by yourself. So I'd rather do it by myself. It didn't seem like that big of a deal. It did take a little struggle to get these little rounded edges of the spring on the mesh cover, but turned out okay. So maybe total 5 to 10 minutes, depending on, how tough it is to get on the screen. But there you go, saved myself $100. All right, thanks for watching.